Friday, November 2nd, beautiful day here in Utah. Well, let's talk about strategic relocation. About 3 hours I'm going to go hear Joel Skousen speak here in Utah. And I was listening to Alex Jones today, and he had Joel Skousen on there because evidently it looks like Alex and Joel have done a joint DVD, a joint movie on strategic relocation. And once again, it's interesting how life works out. See, beautiful day, Utah. I was reading some of the news about Hurricane Sandy, and I guess Joel was out there a couple days ago, and he was saying it wasn't that severe of a hurricane, but the consequences are getting severe, evidently. I'm just, going to Drudge Report. So, yes, I go to Drudge Report to see what's going on there. I don't let Drudge filter all my knowledge, of course, but he does a pretty good job of bringing up current events from his perspective. And so, strategic relocation. Joel did a book on that, so it's going to be it's just weird how things are. But listening to on Alex Jones via Skype, and then going to go see him in a couple hours here in the valley down there. I'll see him in Utah Valley. I'm in Salt Lake Valley right now. Interesting to note that Joel Skousen lives right here along the Wasatch Front, and so do I. I'm sure that we both feel that it's a little too populated right here in these big suburbs. But very interesting to listen to Joel. So I'm going to make another video about Mormons, since Joel's a Mormon, has a Mormon background. I have a Mormon background. Mitt Romney has a Mormon background. So does Harry Reid, and so does Glenn Beck. So I'm going to make a video right after this about that from MOT's perspective with a limited amount of information. So strategic relocation. Here we go. Anyway, so back I did a business plan on preparedness supplies in 1989 at Harvard. Luckily, I got a Category 1 in my economic entrepreneurship class, and so I opened an earthquake business after the wake-up call of the 1989 earthquake, and then I sold a bunch of earthquake kits. I was on all the TV stations, and which was interesting, but good for business. But so for about a year, and Joel said it succinctly today on Alex Jones, but for about a year, especially with the anniversary, I was selling earthquake kits. I had to hire people and everything, just like a spike in business. So it was fun, starting a little business, running it. So I was like in the prep business 27 years ago. Yeah, a long time ago. Wow, man, that's been a while. Holy cow, time flies. And so back then I had strategic relocation. I bought Joel's book. I bought that book. It was kind of like a light blue cover and had a lot of information on all the different counties. And I always knew that I just had this thing that California wasn't the right place in the end for me. And so I'm here. Sure, there's a challenge of living in Utah, but strategic relocation. So I would listen closely to what Joel says. He's a very intelligent, articulate man. And listening to him and Alex Jones, even talking about the election, everything he's talking about was very cogent. Extremely relative. And he was talking about the problems of big population centers. And that's what people in New York are experiencing right now. So right now, I'm going to do another video on preparation and preppers, because I watched a video right off of Drudge where people are defecating. It talks about people defecating in hallways. And the poor lady had no preparation whatsoever, completely waiting for somebody else to bring her stuff. So what about if you could help her out with, and she had 2 children with her. So that's going to be a separate video. But think about strategic relocation. Watch what's going on in this aftermath here. This is like a little foretaste, and a lot of you guys know that, and gals, a little foretaste of what's going to happen. But watch it. This is, you're getting the news fed through, and if you know nobody that lives in New York or in that area, it's obviously, I didn't realize New York was so huge, being a West Coast and a Western man. I didn't realize that like Rochester, like 7-hour drive, and Buffalo from New York City, but it is. It's a long ways away. It's like, excuse me, it's like going to Vegas or something. It's a long ways away. So think about where you're located. Excuse me. Getting excited there. Think about where you're located. And if you're in a major population center, think, okay, what about something happens to you? Being from California, what about an earthquake happens? And see, I'm going to talk about preparation in a video because I made a DVD on it. It talks about all this stuff. And watch the news, what you can. It's instructional about what's going on. Anyway, I got to maybe post this, film a couple other ones, and I'm going to go see Joel Skousen, and should be very interesting, very relative. And I'm grateful for Alex Jones, his extensive knowledge in so many areas, and that he's got Joel on, a fellow Utahn. Okay, rock on. Got to go.